The Black Box. I remember when I acquired it, that little box. It was made of black cardboard and was slightly longer than my palm. It had a lid that closed smoothly over the top, but the box had no bottom. If you wanted to store anything, you had to flip it upside down and place it inside the lid. The bottomless box was not good for secrets. Anyone with an ounce of curiosity could see everything you kept inside. A man in dark clothes handed it to me. I don't remember much about him, but I vaguely remember that at one point in my disgruntled past, that I loved him in some capacity. "What do I do with it?" I asked. "It is a box," he explained. "You can put things inside." "There's no bottom." "That is so you can look through the box." I tried to ask another question, but before I could, he was gone, and I was alone with the box. It seemed rather useless to me in the beginning, but before long, I was using it quite often. I could store many small things inside, while it sat on my desk upside down. My small house keys, a few paper clips, the coins that I collected over time. Then I learned to look through the box. I took the cardboard skeleton out of the lid and lifted it toward my eyes. The world looked different. At first, it seemed a little more dim, but the more I used the box, the more I realized the world was dim around me. The box made it look brighter than it ever had before. I then learned the true power of the box. If I focused hard enough while looking through, it would save that moment as a memory in the shape of a small marble. I collected many of these and placed them inside the box. Whenever I felt like reliving a moment, all I had to do was hold that particular marble, and through my mind that memory would play. My memories were collected and stored when any event seemed worth recording. If one went out to the park and saw a friend, what an outcast you'd become if you did not have a good memory to share. Our memories would be passed around and each one would be greater than the last. I showed them the most beautiful garden I had ever seen, with trimmed bushes, bright yellow flowers, and an ancient tree overlooking the yard. But another friend showed us how their pet had jumped up and down when they had returned home. The third friend had the most amazing memory of all. She had witnessed someone slip and fall into a riverbank. Others watched through their boxes. No one helped the man. Instead, they made a memory. I lowered my box and walked away from my friends. The world seemed bleak around me, but only a few minutes passed before I raised my box back up to my eyes and joined the others. What was so wrong with making memories anyway? Many months passed by. My box began to lose some of its color from the continual use, but it still held up. I used it as often as I could until the memories I made were unable to fit comfortably in the lid. So I would casually toss some of the older ones out to make room for the newer. One gray day, I went out with some friends. We walked through the park with our boxes held high. A couple squirrels ran by a bridge and I chased after, wanting to witness their game of tag. I ran to the top of the bridge and missed my footing. My arms flailed as I slipped off the railing and fell into the stream below. The others laughed and made sure to make a memory. I thought to laugh too, for truly I was unharmed. But then I realized my box was laying broken in the bottom of the stream. The cardboard was soaked, the lid was ripped in half, and my memories were all over, melting in the sunlight. It was over. My box was gone. I walked home slowly that day. My eyes felt lighter without the edges of the box around them. I noticed the colors of the world around me. They were dimmer, but real, and that realness had some sort of beauty that the box could not replicate. I then saw the people walking around me. They held a box to their face and looked around only to see that which lay directly in front of them. It was as if each had blinders on their eyes. One single man did not have a box. He was old and sat on a bench in front of my building. He smiled at me as I passed by. We were the only two still in this world. A few weeks passed by and my eyes began to change. Soon the world became brighter, and the memories my friends showed me seemed so dim and foreign. The slight pain in my head that I felt each time I created a memory disappeared. Everything became interesting once again. "Here you go, kid." The man in dark clothes handed me another box. "It's made of leather," I said. "Much more durable." It was larger than my last box and could store many more memories. The leather felt good to hold and was softer upon my face than the cardboard. I stepped outside and walked past the old man. He looked disappointed to see that I had a new box. His gaze weighed me down, but only for a moment. My friends came up to me and began to gawk at my new box. What did the old man know anyway? I need a box, don't I? I need something to create memories. At least it was a place I could store things. Where else would I keep my trinkets?